me sell you on Scientology.
Oh God! Look, Tom Cruise wasn't even in the movie.
Yeah. I didn't even think about that joke. Welcome on back, everybody, to Comic Conquest in person. Comic Conquest.
Look.
What?
That's an HR violation.
Yeah. Anyway, late review. Dr.Strange Multiverse of Madness. It came out how many weeks ago now?
Yeah, sure did.
And we it is a spoiler. We're just waiting for the spoilers to pass. I guess there's a lot of things you could spoil in this movie. So I'll start off instantly right now. This review is gonna have spoilers, and you should have seen it by now.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah. What the fuck?
Okay. Anyway, you should have clicked off if you haven't seen the movie, and if you have, let's talk about it.
Or perhaps you just need to talk to someone about this movie because someone else watched the movie and you really don't care, so you just want to sound like you're smart.
Yeah. Breakdown, review, predictions, our standard format. Breakdown. Let's just talk. We're not going to talk about the whole thing. We could do a whole hour review, I'm sure. We'll just talk about some of our key moments. Of course, Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. The villain ended up being
Wanda. Who would have known? I honestly, biggest shock was that she just, they didn't give a shit. They're like, no, fuck you. Straight up a villain.
Didn't give a fuck.
Automatically.
Yeah, she has the Darkhold as we saw her last time. Of course, we got that moment where she's like, we'll bring America here. And he's like, I didn't say her name. And she's like, fuck.
She's like, shit, you're right.
And I liked some of that stuff. There's like a lot of moments like that. And of course, we see America, the Spider-Man jokes. And America Chavez got... at the beginning of the movie, we instantly Defender Strange. It actually opens with Defender Strange.
Yeah, just Defender Strange, good stuff, and then transitions into non-Defender Strange.
Yeah.
But, I mean, we kind of find out throughout this movie, Dr. Strange, Steven, he's kind of a dick.
In every universe.
He's also a massive simp.
In every universe.
All of them. I don't know how you can be a dick and a simp at the same time.
He does it.
But and I mean in every universe. But he does it, and it's honestly impressive. Anyway, that's not the point.
Yeah, but we find out Wanda's been sending like rune creatures, and she's being nice, and she attacks the was it Taj Mahal? The Kamatage. And that was cool, right? Like she like whispers behind the guy, and she's like.
Anyway, Wanda proceeds to just murder so many people.
This real movie's really the Wanda murder movie.
Speaking of Wanda murder, let's get to the high octane murders. Why don't we?
Yeah. So after that, they jump through universes. We're not talking about the whole movie. They're jumping through, and we get to the universe
838.
838. Which is not like I don't think it's a specific universe in comic books. I didn't recognize it. If it is, call me out. I'm a fake fan, I guess.
So am I.
And Strange appears. There's statues of Strange and. You walk on red anyway.
We meet the Illuminati.
The Illuminati, who was shown in the trailer, of course.
Shown in the trailer.
And we were unsure who was going to be a part of the Illuminati.
Except for, like, Captain Carter. Because, A, her shield was in the poster, and B, she showed up in trailers.
Yeah. And Captain Marvel.
And Captain Marvel, or was it Tom? It wasn't Tom Cruise.
It wasn't Tom Cruise.
No Tom Cruise. That was apparently completely made up.
Yeah, completely made up. There was a big ordeal with... We'll call them out moth cultures. They just like post a bunch of fake leaks, and they're like, "Well, it got cut."
It didn't.
It did.
We talked about it for
never was supposed
2
to be
seconds.
Yeah.
And then it was like.
Anyway, our members of the Illuminati. I guess we got Illuminati.
Part of the what?
Illuminati. We got Captain Carter, as we said. We got
Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel, as you said. There's a lot of captains.
Not Monica. Her mom.
Maria.
Maria
Rambeau. Of course, in the trailers we've seen Professor,
good old Patty Stewart. Professor back at it again with his X-Men theme, like actual 97 X-Men theme. Chair. It was great.
Yep, and he says that line that he says at Days of Future Past, so it was younger self. Yeah, that was later in the movie though. Yeah. We got Blackagar Boltagon.
Honestly, big shock. I was shocked that they were like, what if we talked about the really shit?
Yeah, and they brought back the same exact actor who played him. I believe his name's Anson Mormont or something like that.
I don't know. He's in the new Star Trek show.
He's a great actor, I think. And we'll talk more about Black Bolt. And of course, we got the big one.
Yeah, we got Ghost Rider.
I was like, we watched a different movie.
No, we got Reed Richards.
John Krasinski. The fan cast of the Century was real. And one thing I'll say is all the suits, Phase 4 suits, don't miss. I will say, though, the full CGI suits... They missed well. They missed just a bit. The design's cool, really cool. Black Bolt had a completely comic accurate suit, comic accurate powers. Oh, yeah. Fucking loved it. Full CGI suit though.
Was it? Because there was definitely something up with the mask.
The mask is full CGI.
I could tell. Shot. I was like, there's something wrong with that one.
And there's been images. Maybe we'll pop it up. Maybe we won't. I'm a lazy fuck.
It depends who's editing.
Yeah. When the mask is on his face, his face is literally bigger than like the top portion. Like just slightly, and you're like, that's not right.
It looks way too on his face, and like comic books usually do that, where it's just skin.
It's skin.
It's like skin,
yeah.
But like that's not how. It's not.
And Reed Richards' suit,
pretty cool.
People are iffy about it. I think it just looks. I think the design's cool. I think it just looks weird because I'm 100% sure that's 100% CGI.
Also, I don't. When I think of John Krasinski, I don't think of him as that wide. He seems so wide.
Dude, he's ripped. Have you seen Jack Ryan?
I haven't, which is like the only real association I have with him is from
Jim.
the office. Yes. Dude, he's so skinny in that. And I see him here. He's like, "What's up? I'm white as fuck."
Yeah, he's jacked in Jack Ryan, which is a great show. If you haven't seen it, Amazon Prime TV. I'll shout him out. Tom Clancy. Season 3. But he is. Mr. Fantastic, which
the smartest man in
the universe, right, dude? Yeah.
The memes have been so good.
Yeah. Also, we should mention this movie is so Sam Raimi. There's like so many shots where I was like, "This is Sam Raimi."
It's Sam Raimi. Raimi Sam.
Which is whatever. I like that, but a lot of people are like, "It's not Marvel.
It's so cheesy."
Yeah. I was like, I like it. It made it unique. And then, of course, we see Steven's like, "Yo, Wanda's coming." And they're like, "Fuck Wanda, dude. Like, you're more dangerous than Wanda." And they get clapped.
And then proceed to be proven very wrong.
Yeah, we should talk about it really quick. Because I have some gripes with this. Of course, we've seen characters like Captain Marvel and Captain Carter fight before. Captain America, basically. We've seen those fights, I would almost say countless amount of times. I've never seen a real Black Bolt fight in the MCU or in live action, really, or in like animated shows. He doesn't really they don't use him a lot. So I was
them in Avengers Assemble.
True, but I was really gassed to see this guy fight, and he gets clapped. Like, it's not even funny to me. Like, he gets clapped, I think, to the hardest. Fucking Reed just exposes him. Has everybody seen the meme? Like, Reed just exposes every power he has. Like, smartest man in the universe. And then they clap, and he gets turned to blue spaghetti. Both of them get clapped.
Bro, those were so brutal. And I'm sitting in the theater with one of my friends, right? We were sitting there. And, like, he'd watched it already. So at this point, he was looking at me for my reaction. Fucking goes there, and Black Bolt's been Deadpooled X-Men origin style. Yeah. Is there without his mouse, and he, like, fucking panics, and then his head caves in. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah. I mean, when I was a
blew my mind.
Anyway, it was... I was so upset, dude. You have no idea. Like, I'm genuinely, like, an Inhumans fan. Not of the show, but, like, the comics. And, I was like, Black Bolt's about to rip.
Okay.
Oh.
Never mind.
I mean, of course, we saw him kill 838 Strange, I guess, which was cool. Who got a good amount of shine, which I was kind of surprised by, was Professor X. Yeah. He wore the Steve Jobs fucking turtleneck, and then...
I'm ready to show you the next iPhone.
Yeah. He's in the white fucking war, like, mindscape. And then he gets clapped also. Everyone gets clapped. Wanda claps. Anyway, we're looking for the Book of what, Ashanti or something?
Yeah.
And we also saw their, like, Infinity War on Titan where they just took a dub.
Just fucking
And then, like, Thanos had his fucking, like, thing through his chest. Yeah. Which was interesting, I guess. And the Ultron bots or whatever. And we'll move to, like, another cool moment in the movie, which I think was when they're running around and they meet the other Strange from the universe that was destroyed by the incursion.
Yeah. The Dark Strange.
Yeah, and with the
Sinister Strange.
Yeah, with the musical fight, the musical note fight.
Yeah, it was really cool. Really cool. Little random.
So that's really cool to me too. It did feel like we're doing this here. Like he started with like the piano or something, and then the other guy was like,
"Okay, I got you.
We'll copy it."
It's like, I mean, this is super cool, and I'm sure Danny Elfman had a blast doing this, but why?
Like, it's not like it was musical Strange, it was just like evil Strange, and he was like, I'll copy you. I should also note, every Strange's, they did a great job of differentiating every Strange's, like, powers, like, different the colors and stuff. And some of them have unique abilities. There's a lot of cool spells and stuff in this movie.
Yeah, it was really cool, especially at the beginning. We see, like, Strange just has all these random new thing. Like, there's a dog monster that eats something, and it's really cool. They don't explain it. It's just like, no, he's got him. No, he was gonna be the Sorcerer Supreme, so no shit, he's gonna have. Yeah,
and Wong. We forgot to talk about Wong. Wong's great. I love Wong.
Phase Wong.
Hashtag Phase Wong. I'm all for it, dude. Benedict Wong. Benedict Cumberbatch. Benedict Wong.
That must be a hard on.
Yeah,
they're like, who the fuck do we call? We call you Ben and Benny, or Wong and. And they're just like, nah, you're Strange, you're Wong.
Yeah.
That's how we'll identify.
And then there also was that scene when they're running, by the way, I forgot to mention this, where Wanda's chasing them and she's like, it's like kind of horror movie-ish, which was dope. Anyway, the ending fight scene for the movie, like the conclusion of the movie, of course, we see our Doctor Strange stuck in the Incursion universe without America, and he uses the Darkhold to what they call it? Dreamwalk.
He dreamwalk into his body that's in the 616 universe. Also, Mysterio got fucking lucky.
Yeah, well, I mean,
can we talk about that?
Yeah.
Mysterio's like, this is Universe 616. How the fuck you know that?
I'm also like,
how you know that?
Do we want this to be 616? Because now
I thought it was designated as 999.
Yeah,
like,
because
or a bunch of nines.
Yeah, because he shows up in the Spider-Verse crossover in the comics. Tom Holland Spider-Man does for like one panel, and they're like, but Peter Parker's 616. Yeah. Anyway, it's interesting.
They also used 616 in Spider-Verse.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, that's weird.
So I thought they would have been like, yeah, we're gonna connect literally everything.
But
all of the comics and the movies.
Well, I got a theory at the end for the 616 thing, but
anyways, Scarlet Witch fighting.
Yeah, there's of course the where he takes over the Darkhold demons, which was really cool. I wasn't expecting that. Also, yeah, and the fight scenes were cool. All the powers are cool. Wanda was cool.
She's terrifying.
I'm thinking there's got to be something I'm missing, but I mean, whatever.
It doesn't matter at this point.
We'll get to the review of the movie, I guess. We got MCU scale.
MCU scale. MCU scale.
Here's the movies. There it is.
Ta-da.
Okay. Let's give it a number. What are we thinking?
A number? Okay. So a lot of people have been hating on this movie because I've seen some people saying it feels very corporate. And I can see that. I will be honest, I wasn't mega hyped for this. Not because I was like, damn, this is going to be a flop. I think I just exhausted a lot of my hype on Spider-Man and then the Batman, which were two fucking bangers of movies, right? And then it's like, okay, time for Doctor Strange, I guess.
Okay, so what do you give this?
I still give it like a solid 8.
A solid 8.
Yeah.
I was expecting you to say 7.5.
No.
I'm in the 8 range because of how different this feels from all the other MCU movies. I love that. This is more Sam Raimi than any of the Spider-Man movies he did. It felt like they gave him kind of full, like, control to do what he wants.
Yeah,
Of course, he's famous for making horror movies. You gotta throw in those aspects, not just the Spider-Man 2 fucking hospital scene. This whole movie is like kind of horror movie-ish. I'm not gonna say that, but it's like you definitely feel like some of those aspects in it. Wanda's a great villain. I think every actor in this movie did a really good job. It was awesome to see some of those roles reprised, some of the new roles that are coming.
America Chavez definitely did, although she did some pretty good work, I'll say, but I definitely think she needed a little bit more focus on her character development.
I would agree with that.
Felt a little, just believe in yourself.
Yeah,
instead of like seeing or I don't know.
And they also
there's a little sauce missing there.
They like nerfed her character a lot, I think. I mean, or she just hasn't fully unlocked all of her potential. So maybe we'll get an American Chavez something.
Or Young Avengers.
Young Avengers, yeah, where she
or the Ultimates. Or
and
whatever.
Is she becoming a sorts?
I guess
you have like the ultimate dimensional powers of Jesus, basically. You want to just.
You're the only one who won't create a fucking incursion or something. I don't know. Anyway, predictions.
Of course. We'll talk about Reed Richards, Mr. Fantastic first.
That's what I want. That's my big
we'll
thing.
talk about that first. John Krasinski. We barely got any John Krasinski in this movie, if I'm being honest with you. So I don't know why people are so polarized by like, oh, he's the best, oh, he's the worst. Like, I don't think we got enough of a performance.
Like, you can't be like, you know, fuck this guy. Like,
yeah,
there wasn't
like
anything.
Barely saw.
The only thing he did was pull a Star-Lord. I mean,
yeah, I love John Krasinski as an actor.
He's great.
And he's obviously been a great director in Quiet Place movies. I think those movies are pretty good. I don't know if he's going to direct the Fantastic Four movie. Of course, John Watts left that movie, and there was a rumor that John Krasinski wanted to direct a Fantastic Four movie if he did it, and that might be why John Watts stepped away from that project.
It's possible. It'd be pretty cool.
So it'd be cool for him to direct it and star in it. I think maybe that's a little too much money for the mouse to cut him a check for. But I'm excited to see where they go with it. Of course, people. I don't know how they introduce him, really. Of course, there's that theory.
There's the theory where the Fantastic Four is going to be stuck in the quantum realm. It's kind of dumb.
Yeah.
I think a better one would be they got lost in space.
Lost in space,
if anything.
Yeah, because to me, it's like if the smartest man in the universe was stuck in the quantum realm, if fucking Scott Lang could figure out how to get out, fucking Reed Richards would figure out how to get out, right?
If lovable dipshit Scott Lang.
Yeah, if Magic Man could get out.
I think the better thing would be to have the Fantastic Four family go on an adventure into space, like they're space explorers, and then they're just thought to be dead, which is why nobody mentions them.
And then they get their powers and they come back.
Like they've been stuck in space and they've been like absorbing cosmic, or like maybe they were on a deep space mission, so they were in hibernation, so they got exposed to rays, and then they like get jettisoned back or some shit, or you know.
Yeah, that would be dope.
Like Guardians of the Galaxy find them, like damn, okay, slap you back on over to Earth, and they come back.
Or in
like,
Secret Invasion.
Or Secret, exactly. Like
there's so many ways they could push them back to Earth if they're out in space, absorbing cosmic energy.
Kevin, if that's going on, I expect at least
we'll
$50.
We'll take the check. We'll take the check.
We don't need much. I just want you to acknowledge.
We want a Comic Conquest at the end in the credits. But that's a dope theory. Of course, we also got to talk, I think, about the incursions. They kept saying it.
I think before we talk about that, we got to talk about Kang.
Oh, Kang.
Because Kang, I think we talked about this in Loki, is also related to
Reed Richards. He is the descendant of Reed Richards.
And Reed comes in on this thing very similar to the TVA TemPads.
Yeah, you're right. Yep, that's the thing.
That's all I got.
Of course, coming back to Kang, and Kang's not really the main part of this book, but Mr. Fantastic, they kept saying it the whole fucking movie: incursion. Of course, in the comic books, incursions, Secret Wars. Most recently, the 2014 or 2015 run of Secret Wars was the incursion of the 616 universe with the Ultimate Universe, with Ultimate Spider-Man and all of those.
That's how Miles ends up.
But that storyline is really a storyline about Mr. Fantastic and Dr. Doom.
Yeah.
Which are two characters we really haven't gotten yet. Yes. But I think that's bound to happen maybe Phase 5. Like, if we get Fantastic Four Phase 4, which I hope they do Phase 4.
I think it's supposed to be the last one.
The last one. Then I'd imagine Phase 5, like end of Phase 5, we get a Secret Wars movie.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, they have to be setting up. We, of course, need... I think we need Fantastic Four for Secret Wars to even happen. But it's coming, so... There we go.
Anyway, is there anything else you wanted to talk about?
I think that's it.
Is Scarlet Witch dead?
Oh, that's an important one. I almost completely forgot about that.
So did I.
Of course, at the end of the movie, she destroys every Darkhold, which is also kind of weird that, like, she made all the Darkholds, and, like, since the beginning of time, the temple has her as the Scarlet Witch. She destroys them all, brings the whole thing down. People are like, oh, is she dead? The Scarlet Witch doesn't die.
Yeah.
Of course... The big things that I want to see her a part of in the next things, of course, Agatha's having a show.
Yeah.
I really can't imagine Agatha's gonna have a show and they don't mention the Scarlet Witch at all.
Well, I doubt they wouldn't mention. You know what? $10 says White Vision jumps in. If she shows up, they're like, Wanda, how are you alive?
White Vision.
White Vision steps out and is like, hello. And then you get a flashback where dude darts in, covers.
He's just been watching her like a creep.
Yeah.
That would be interesting. I also think there's no chance they don't use Scarlet Witch in the X-Men project.
Oh, definitely not.
X-Men.
I mean, definitely yes.
Like X-Men and Scarlet Witch, you don't like they're together.
Hey, if you ever want to fuck over the X-Men,
you bring the Scarlet Witch.
Man, the Phoenix Force is not available right now. Hey, Wanda!
Wanda! Hey, Wanda!
Wanda!
Of course, like, she's more than just a mutant, though, so...
She's a witch. A Scarlet Witch. But anyway,
yeah.
I think that's about it.
That's
we
about
just wanted to talk
video.
about this pretty cool movie. Don't
it's
hate
good.
on it.
Yeah, I think it gets a lot more hate than it deserves.
There were really good visual effects at points,
yeah.
and some very not good visual effects.
And I'm glad, I'm also glad they didn't just shove in... Like, they could have 100% just shoved in every cameo.
Oh, 100%.
Like, they did what I think, they focused on Dr. Strange as a character, and I think that was really key for this movie.
Yeah. Anyway, that's about it. See you guys later.